Hey there, Skeletor here, and welcome to ZeitgeistOG. So, I've been sitting here trying to come up with the right words to use to describe a review for Eli. The more I thought about it, the more I realized I didn't like the movie, but I liked the concepts that it presents. Then, the more I thought about it, the more I got pissed off that this is what passes for acceptable. What is wrong with horror these days? Look, this thing isn't forgettable. In fact, for the genre that it falls into, it actually has few competitors. That said, as good as it is, it craps the bed in the last 20 minutes, ditches all the good elements it had up to that point, and ends on a note that felt way too much like a supernatural-themed tween novel. Now, before we address what this movie did right and wrong, let's address the elephant in the room. Eli's dad is Dark Timeline Walter White. That's right. After getting arrested for cooking only a little bit of meth, Walt cuts a deal, goes into witness protection, gets married, gets cucked by Satan, and then gets his head crushed while trying to clean up the mess that is his wife's son. Seriously, just toss a pork pie hat on his head, give him cancer, and you got the world's best meth chef. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's give this what little praise it's due before I undertake the task of trying to put into words just how disappointing this movie is. No, disappointing isn't severe enough. Crestfallen? No. Embittered? Maybe. It's close. But we'll cross that bridge in a few. Alright, so the good stuff. Eli kept my attention and kept me guessing the entire time as to what was going on. Is this kid sick? Is the house really haunted? Is the doctor really trying to help the kid? The film does a great job of playing with these ideas, making it seem like maybe the parents are trying to make the kid think he's sick to keep him under their thumb. The actors' performances are well done and really helps to sell the idea that the mom is just trying to protect her son, while the dad seems to have some underlying darkness. And I guess that brings us to the negatives. Sort of. So, remember how I said the last 20 minutes or so is where everything turns to trash? Yeah, so this entire time the dads come off as the possible bad guy. Well, other than the doctor, like maybe they're in cahoots. But right as the movie reaches its climax and looks like it's about to pay off the whole mystery angle, it suddenly goes full Antichrist. Now, I'm not saying that this concept is bad because it's pretty unique and I feel like it's underused a lot in horror these days. I half expected the kid or maybe the dad to be like a vampire or a witch or maybe some kind of Frankenstein, but no, they chose to go with Antichrists. It's pretty cool. Except suddenly it becomes incredibly boring and fairly predictable. Suddenly, the kid awakens his evil side and turns the doctors and her staff upside down and turns them into burning crosses. Turns out Dad's been the good guy the whole time. It seems Mom cheated on Dad with Satan in order to have Eli, which is apparently a thing that happens. And it turns out the Dad came off as dark and creepy because he knew about Eli's possible evilness. Sure, it's cool the kid can do devil magic now, but it's not like he's all powerful. At any point in the movie, the dad could have driven the family car off the bridge to kill Eli. He could have shot the kid dead with a gun. Hell, he could have beat the kid to death with a 2x4. But instead he chose to use all of his savings on some long drawn-out religious procedure. And it's not like the doctor's trying to cure Eli either, since later on we see a room filled with all of the dead bodies of her previous patients. Once we know all this, and we see how powerful Eli is, it's kinda difficult to like the movie. Initially, I'd say that I would give it a 3 out of 5 stars, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm gonna have to go with 1.5 out of 5 stars. So many good ideas tossed out the window like so much roadside trash. I can't wait for the inevitable reboot in about 5 years. Let me know in the comments what you think, and you can probably stay away from Eli. For ZeitgeistOG, I've been Skeletor, and like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Catch you later.